All right, so hopefully you were able to figure out the two lengths of the different sides of the other polygon using what you know about addition and subtraction to find the perimeter. We're going to practice doing that now. You're going to have two other problems that look just like this. They're going to ask you to do different things, but I'm going to walk through this one with you so that way you have an example. You should be writing this one down in your math notebook. Pause the video when you need to do that so that way you have notes and you can go back and redo this, okay? So we're going to start by reading the problem. It says, divide the polygon into 3 rectangles using 2 horizontal lines. So let's do that first. Horizontal means that our line goes like this, straight across. That's a horizontal line. This is a vertical line. So I'm going to label this one so you can put it in your notes. Horizontal always lies like this, and vertical goes up and down. Okay, so it says using 2 horizontal lines. I needed to divide it into 3 shapes. So I think if I put a horizontal line 1 right here, that's 1. And then another one right here, that's 2. So I have 2 horizontal lines, so 1, 2. And now I should have 3 rectangles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. My first one is done. Okay. Now it says find the dimensions of all the sides of the rectangles. So dimensions just means what is the side length. That's all we have to do. So we know that these rectangles, they have 2 sides that are always the same. So this side and this side need to be the same length, and this side and this side need to be the same length. So I can type that in because that one I can know. I'll know for sure. So that's 4. And then this one down here is going to be 2. So you should have 2 that are the same. The ones that are crossed are always the same. Okay. And then this one here, so we know this one again is going to be 2. And these here are the exact same height. So these ones here, we know are going to be 4. Okay. So now you have all the sides labeled. Oh, but we have this big rectangle down here that we haven't labeled yet. We could use what we know about finding the perimeter to find what this length is here. So if we know this one is 7, this whole length up here has to be 7. So this length right here should be what? If I've got 2 here, 2 here, and I need to be 7, so that should be 7, take away 4. This one here should be 3, right? And then we do that same thing along this side here. We know this whole length of this side is 9, but we know that to this point right here, it's 4. So if I take 9, take away 4, I know that this length from here to here is going to be 5. Okay, so that means this one over here has to be 5 because 5 plus 4 is going to make this 9 that they originally gave us. So what we can do now, we labeled all of the sides. We're good to go. Let's go on to the next step. The next one step here says, then calculate the area of each. So we have to calculate the area of each rectangle. I wrote down here for you to put it back in your notes or to reference in your notes. The formula of an area of a rectangle is the base times the height. So this long side is the base times the height. So we know for this rectangle here, it's going to be 7 times 5. So right in the middle, I'm going to say that A equals 35. Up here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say we know this side here is 4 and this side here is 2. So 4 times 2 is going to give me area is equal to 8. And then we're going to go over here and do that same thing. So if we know this side here is 4 and we know this side up here is 2, 4 times 2 is going to give us 8. Okay, so we found the area of each. Perfect. Now it says finally find the total area of the stage. The stage is this whole piece here. So how do you think we could find the total area? Could we subtract? I think that we should probably add. So to find the total area, we probably are just going to add up all of the areas of each of the rectangles that we already found. So you're going to have equals 35, because that's the area of this rectangle, plus 8, because that's the area of this rectangle, plus this other 8 over here, because that's the area of that rectangle. And you're going to get a total of 51. And they did give us units for this. I didn't put it in, but that's in meters. So then you're going to say meters, and then, of course, squared. So your total area for this entire thing is 51 meters squared. You're going to have 2 other problems with this exact same shape It's going to ask you to do similar things. I want you to divide it and do this just like we did here. If you have any questions, please reach out and I'll be happy to help you through them.